Welcome to the Schwann Super Rink in Blaine, Minnesota. Rink number 5 as we're underway with 16U Prospect League hockey. It's Anaheim in black, Lansing in white. The Anaheim Ducks and the Lansing Capitals as a wrist shot sails in from Olnick, and making the first save of the hockey game is Max Quertermus, 5'7", 127 pounds between the pipes for the Lansing Capitals. Good afternoon and thank you for joining us, everyone. Your cameraman today is Charlie Graves. My name is Ryan Phelps. Truck saw with the blast off the face-off. Turned aside successfully by Quertermus and cleared out to center ice by Rounds. Anaheim retreating into their own end. Oh, there's a huge hit on the play. Oh my goodness. Truck saw is hit hard. He was run over by Richards. Slow to get up, but making his way back to the bench now. Oh, that was a hard hit. He never saw it coming. In the meantime, Max Quertermus making another save. In nets for Anaheim tonight, Rob Ivey, 5'9", 160 pounds. Rewerts is checked up against the wall, a wrister, glove save quite easily off the wrist shot from Polonsky. The Anaheim Ducks wearing similar uniforms to that of their professional counterparts, the Anaheim Ducks of the NHL. Similarly, Lansing has the same uniform combinations as the Washington Capitals, or at least one variation thereof over the years. Tracking down the puck on the far side is Grief. In front for Kaiser, stabbed away, scooped up there by Rewerts. Rewerts ahead at center ice. Spinning around to gain the line was Max Trucks, applying pressure down low is Hine. Cleared out to center ice by Long. Now it's a foot race. Getting there first was Trucks. He'll bank one off the dasher board out to center ice. It's played in offside by Anaheim. They'll change up 4 of 5. That gives Lansing a little bit of breathing room. Sharkey, touch pass ahead. Wrapped off the wall by Rewerts. Pushing his way is Stutzman down the near wall. Stutzman applying pressure, retreating to pick it up is Ryan Carpenter for Anaheim. He'll zing it around the rail to the far side. That's Hillstrom. That hit off Estrada's skate and back into the Anaheim zone in behind Rob Ivey's net. To the line, a wind-up and a blast right on. There's the first stick save of the hockey game for Ivey. Counselor plays it down low. Lansing is offside. They failed to touch up properly, thus a whistle and a stoppage with 15:14 to go. We're just underway in this scoreless first period with Anaheim and Lansing. On the benches for these two teams, first of all with Anaheim, the visitors, Joe Burkar, a native of Houghton, Michigan in the Upper Peninsula, home of the Michigan Tech Huskies of the WCHA. Another big hit on the play as Lansing came to throw some bodies around this afternoon. On the bench for Lansing, head coach Brian Sherry, a Lansing, Michigan native. Here's Counselor as he fights off a check. Played up off the glass and down the ice. This will likely be an icing. No, they'll wave it off. It's slowed down enough. Johnson has it. He'll play it back to the line. Counselor is there. Gets a shot right on. Puck is loose. They score! Adam Goodser says, "Thank you, sir, for that shot from the point." Picks up the loose rebound and buries it with 14:38 to go in this first period. So 2:22 the official time of the goal. Goodser with the tally for Lansing, and the Capitals jump out to a 1-0 lead. Face it off once again out at center ice. The Capitals up by a goal and throwing the bodies around throughout the early part of this first period. There's Pipper. He's hit hard by Coleman. Back out at center ice. Trucks off. Now Coleman once again swipes at it. Trucks off back into his own end for Anaheim. Coleman will give chase below the end line. He sets up there, feeds a pass to the far wall. Trucksaw is there. Fans on a pass, gets the second attempt to go. Played all the way down the length of the ice. Icing will be called. So Kirch and Counselor getting the official assists on the even strength goal by Goodsir. 2:22 the time of the Lansing goal in this, our first period of play. 16U hockey on fasthockey.com. Lansing versus Anaheim. I'm Ryan Phelps. Thank you for joining us for this game and all day and, well, really all weekend long here from the Schwann Super Rink in Blaine, Minnesota. Sharkey tries to dance through a forecheck applied by Grief. Grief able to steal it away, but Sharkey lifts his stick. Kaiser has it. Centering pass, one-timer back to the line. Shot just wide as goaltender Quertermus got spun around. Now Mullane plays it out to center ice. A rolling puck is scooped up. This is Trucks. Max Trucks tries to float one out front, looking for Mullane. Played in behind the net. Defensively, it's Carpenter for Anaheim. Kaiser applying pressure on the back check to the line. A wind-up and a drive, a blocker save. High off the glass and cleared back to the near point. Sharkey plays it down low as Olstrom calls for the puck at the point, does not get the feed from Stutzman. Olstrom pinches in, plays one off the dasher board, and relay it around the rail back to the line on the near side. Sharkey's there to hold the point for Lansing. Capitals applying pressure. Both teams throwing the body around well. Sharkey pinching in, runs into a check and delivers a blow himself, knocking down Duncan Long to the line. Near side, Sharkey has it, takes a look. Rister looking for a deflection. It hit traffic, never made it to the net. Durgan has it, tries to center, spin around move, right on the doorstep was Josh Kirch, but making the save was Rob Ivey, and that will stop things with 12:25 remaining in period number 1. Lansing on the board first. Goodsir, the goal scorer. That's Adam Goodsir, 5'10", 142 pounds. 1-0 Lansing on top of Anaheim. Lansing wins the faceoff. Into the corner. Kirch dancing down low, has it stripped of his stick, and now Anaheim clears, if only for a moment. Driven back in by Michael Rounds all the way around to the far side. Ivey in behind his net as the Lansing bench is quite excited from some big hits that the Capitals have been applying early on. Rounds has it, punches it off the wall. Shoved into the zone was defenseman Olnick, and now Lansing retreating out at center ice. Knocked away, Counselor will jump on it. Douglas hot on his tail, but Counselor able to clear. Puck hit off a Anaheim duck on the player bench, thus the whistle and a stoppage with 11:39 remaining here in this first period. Lansing up 1-0 over Anaheim. Face it off outside the duck zone. Hines squaring off with Weir. Weir wins the draw for Anaheim. Coleman runs into trouble but knocks a man down. Ivey leaves it behind his own net. Back to get it is Plonsky. He'll send it far side for Coleman. Fonseca upends a man. Now Coleman has it once again behind his own net for Anaheim. Shimmies and shakes, tries to get around Pipper, sends a pass to the near side for Fleming. Fleming ahead to Weir. Weir gets hit by Smith on the play. Richards on the steal. Gets a return feed from his D partner. Sends it rink wide, right back to Wartz. Wartz across the line, drives it in deep. Ivey is there for Anaheim. Puck is loose behind the net. Not for long, however, as Olnick picks it up. He'll play a carom off the near wall. That's stolen away, but Anaheim gets it right back. Plonsky ahead for Fonseca. Fonseca knocked off the puck, and across the line comes Fleming. Can't get through all three defensemen as Richards has the steal. Taken right back, however. This is Wright. Knocks his man down. Wright on the forecheck along with Trucksaw. Richards checked along the end wall, trying to center, but nobody home. Pipper is there. He'll bank one off the near side. Dasher. A wrister from the point goes wide as the zone was kept by Carpenter. to the line. Nice moves, fancy stick work. A wrist shot, missed everything. High and over the net and out of play. That was Bradley Budman, all 5'11", 165 of him. And he's going to blame the stick on that one as he checks the flex on it. That was a zinger of a wrist shot. 10:16 remaining, first period. Lansing with an early 1-0 lead, thanks to the goal by Adam Goodsir. Checked off the puck was Johnson. Anaheim able to clear. Johnson gets it right back. This will be Olnick. Takes a look, delivers a pass ahead. It's relayed down the ice by Cole. Retreating to pick it up is Sharkey. Passes off the end wall. Olstrom is there. He's harassed on the play. Grief picks it up on the steal. Centering pass. Looking for Long. Couldn't get a clean shot off. Puck is played out to center ice. Olnick retreating. Back into his own end. Played down the ice. Sharkey, did he touch it? No, he did not. Icing will be the call against Anaheim. 9:30 remaining, first period. Lansing up 1-0. The faceoff will proceed to the right of Rob Ivey. The centerman Douglas diving at the faceoff, trying to push his counterpart away from the dot. Now Lansing on the steal, centering pass loose in the slot, but picked up and carried out by Douglas. Headman pass on the far side, but checked down on the play was Polonsky. Douglas back into the play once again, trying to steal it away from backchecker Rounds. Out at center ice now, Durgan giving chase. Durgan across the line, wrister, that was blocked by the defense. Getting in front of that was Pillay. Goodsir winds up but fakes the shot. Now back to the line for Counselor. To Goodsir from the slot. Quick wrister! Caught the goaltender's helmet. Ivy got just enough of it to deflect it high and wide. Counselor lost control for a moment. Pillay on the forecheck. Counselor now with Goodsir. Right on his right hip. Back to the line and out to center ice. Durgan couldn't hold the zone. Richards has it. Retreating. Bank pass. Missed the mark. Budman had the steal, but Durgan gets it right back as he's knocked down on the play. Fonseca has it. Plays it backwards to Carpenter. Seeks some shelter behind his own net. Now delivers a pass to the near side. Fleming couldn't hold on to it. It's cleared back out to neutral. Retreating is Sharkey. Sends it near side for Richards. Rink wide pass, tape to tape, on a nice catch by Smith. Smith walking in, his shot blocked wide. Sharkey at the point. Anaheim trying to clear, they'll do so. This will be Budman. Budman flips it in as he crosses the checkered stripe. Anaheim will change up 4 of 5. Sharkey has it, takes a look. Little pirouette, then a dish back behind his own net to his defensive partner, Richards. The defense over skates, but they're able to get a pass stolen at the line by Sharkey. Taken right back by Johnson. Sharkey now winds up a drive as he steals. Fanned on it, now he's pinned to the wall by Johnson. There to help out in the corner is Kirsch. Kirsch had it, lost it. Olnick sweeps it along the wall to the far side. Anaheim on a rush. Pass too strong. And now Trucksaw tries to get down there first. Wright has it. Locks up with Stutzman. Anaheim can't hold the zone. Back out at neutral. This is Johnson. He'll feather it in. Behind his own net, Quertermus has the puck jump right over his stick. Right on the steal. Tries to drive in front of the net, but can't do so. Here's Mullane as he kicks it off his skate down the ice. Plensky is there, rink wide. Out at neutral, it was Osterkamp. He lost control. Now Olstrom has it. There's a steal. A break for Anaheim. Wright has it. Kaiser with him. Wright centers it. And the save made by Quertermus. He reaches that big paddle out and sweeps it in behind the net. Olstrom to Stutzman. Stutzman through center ice. Gains the line of Anaheim. In behind Coleman. Locks up with Trucks. It's trapped in the corner. There to offer a helping hand is Stutzman. They try to pull it free. Trucks and Stutzman, they get it. Centering pass goes untouched to the high slot where it's stolen away by Anaheim. Knocked away, it goes right to Coleman. The follow-up, Coleman buries a hip-high pass into Grief's Breezers, and then it's played back out to neutral ice by Trucks. Retreating to pick it up is Carpenter. 6 minutes remaining in period number 1. 1-0 our score. Lansing on top of Anaheim. In behind the net. They'll chase a loose puck to the near corner. Goodsir thrown up against the wall. He's the game's lone goal scorer for Lansing. Goodsir on the end line. Skates it to the half wall. Cycles down low. There to help out is Durgan. He's upended on the play by defenseman Carpenter. To the far point. Richards a shot. That one sticked aside. Check that. That was Michael Rounds with that wrister. This will be Durgan in behind. A backhander right on. The save made by Ivy. Into the corner. Nice hit on the play. Knocking down Durgan. That was the defenseman Budman. To the near corner. Two players lock up. And a big hit on the play. A penalty coming up. This will be against Goodsir. Here comes Anaheim as they touch up out at center ice. It's Goodsir with an elbow. Elbowing the call. So Goodsir has his name in the scoring column twice already. Once for a goal at 2:22. Another time at 11:52 for an elbowing penalty. So Anaheim will get their first crack on the power play tonight. 5:08 to go, first period. Lansing up 1-0. Face-off pushed ahead by Hine. Retreating is Olnick, back in his own zone. He'll set up shop in behind his own net, then scurry out of the way. As there to pick it up on the far side was Osterkamp. A pass intercepted by Counselor, played ahead to Mullane, avoids a hit but lost the puck, he gets it back. Now he's driven hard off the puck, that was Mullane again. Here comes Douglas down the near side. Hits the corner, then stops. 30 seconds gone in the Anaheim power play. Osterkamp down low, Douglas walking in, tries to go for a backhander, but Sharkey knocked it away at the last second. Osterkamp to the point for Budman, toes the line, feeds it far side. Ulrich in front, Osterkamp has a wrist shot blocked up and over the net. That hit traffic in front, might have been his own teammate right. Either way, it ends up out of play. 4:20 to go, opening period. 1-0 our score, Lansing on top. However, they are a man down thanks to the Goodsir elbowing penalty. 1:12 to go in the Anaheim man advantage. Face off to the left of Quertermus. Long versus Stutzman. Loose puck in the slot. Quick shot right on. A blocker save, a glove to help out. Quertermus will squeeze it and freeze. Just 4 seconds lost on that transaction. 4:16 to go. First period. Long wins the draw, but it's jumped on quickly by Trucks, and he'll just casually send it down the length of the ice. Ivy out to play it as he sweeps it in behind for Olnick. Olnick leaves it there for Budman. Long over skates, gives it back to Budman. Budman will use a reverse pass to get it back to his defenseman. Long, now a headman pass, breakaway for Grief, he's in, a save, rebound, glove down by Quertermus. And he keeps it a one-goal hockey game. Max Quertermus shutting the door on Grief on the Anaheim breakaway. Nice pass on a breakout. Lansing got caught a little bit deep on that shorthanded forecheck. They sent one in, then two, then three as Anaheim was struggling to get out of their own zone. Olnick has it on the near point, skates it up top, delivers a pass to Budman. Gets it right back, Olnick on the left side to the hash marks. Kaiser walks in, lost control. Feeds it back to Olnick, wrist shot, hit traffic. Goaltender down, is pushed just wide by Long. Long gets the rebound, sends it rink wide, it hops over Kaiser's stick. They'll have to hustle, and they do. Douglas's wrist shot whistles wide. Kaiser the rebound from the slot. It ping-pongs its way toward the net, and now back to the line. Kaiser catches a sharp pass to Olnick, back to Kaiser. Steps in, lost control. It's picked up by Lansing and sent down the ice by Sharkey as the penalty expires. Lansing dodges a bullet and successfully kills off the Goodsir penalty. Upended on the play was Fonseca. Plonsky has it now. Sends it back to Coleman. Fonseca takes a look. Rather, Plonsky looking for Fonseca. Now it's swept along by Olstrom. Rink-wide pass picked up by Pipper. He's checked by Plonsky. Fonseca gets it back to Plonsky as Weir throws a hit. Bouncing puck along the Lansing blue line. Picked up and sent ahead by Olstrom. Now back the other way comes Anaheim. This is Fonseca. Drop pass for Weir. Shot on and a stick save by Quertermus. Weir applying pressure. Fonseca giving chase. He's checked hard on the play. To the line. Quick wrister by Polonsky. That's safely steered aside by Quertermus. Fonseca to the line again. Polonsky winds up a drive. That's blocked in front by Sharkey. Back the other way comes Hine. Hine to the line. Tries to dance around Coleman. Unable to pick it up. He's hauled down on the play. The net is crashed into by an Anaheim defenseman. And now some extracurricular behind the play. Little face wash for your efforts. As getting in the mix is Sage Fleming. And hard to see who it is for Lansing. It looks like Colin Rewerts. Couple of big boys. Sage Fleming for Anaheim, 6 feet 170. Colin Rewerts slightly larger at 6'2", 182, and they're both going to get the gate. I believe coincidental roughing will be the call. It is indeed. 15:06, time of the coincidental penalties. Rewerts in white, Fleming in black. 1-0 is our score. .154 to go here, opening period. Lansing on top, Goodsir the goal scorer. We'll continue to skate 5-on-5 after the coincidental penalties. Here's Smith in his own end for Lansing. Leaves it in the corner. As the Capitals try to set up a breakout, a rolling puck might find its way down the ice for an icing. They wave it off. It goes through Estrada to the line. Estrada picks it up. Counselor got spun around. Here comes Estrada. Could be a breakaway. Comes in. Oh, puts it off the side of the net. Estrada gets the rebound. Puts it in the corner. Pillay was there. Now it's picked up by Douglas. A shot right on the save. Goaltender Quertermus is down. He dives out and puts a glove on it. And now some more extracurriculars after the whistle. Let's see if this leads to something as the game goes on. 1:11 to go, 1-0 our score in the first period. Lansing leading Anaheim. The face-off will be to the right of Quertermus. It'll be Goodsir squaring off with Wright. Wright in black for Anaheim. Pushed ahead by Wright, now dropped back to the half wall. Fed the point, Trucksaw. Trucksaw again, a short pass, Carpenter wrist shot right on, stick save, the rebound is cleared aside. Trucksaw tries to knock it down low, but Olstrom gets in front of it. Headman pass for Durgan. Durgan ahead on the near side for Goodsir. Durgan has to retreat, he's knocked down on the play, but hops right back up as Goodsir knocks it ahead, looking for Kirch. Retreating on the back check is Budman. He'll send it around to the rail to the far side. Tied up on the half wall, kept in at the point nicely by Durgan. Durgan spins away with the puck, then lost control as Lansing loses the zone. Banked ahead, Trucksaw giving chase. Olstrom will get there first. 30 seconds remaining as Osterkamp overskates. It goes to Goodsir, then picked up by Durgan. Durgan tries to spring a breakaway for Kirch, but it goes right on net, and Ivy comes out to cover. Boy, a heads-up play by Lansing. They saw Kirch streaking through neutral, and had they been able to put just a little bit less on that headman pass, that was Durgan who led the way. Kirch might have been able to catch up to it. 17 seconds to go, first period, 1-0 Lansing. We'll have just a short 1-minute intermission as we do not resurface between each period. We'll resurface after 1.5 periods of play. Icing called against Anaheim. So don't go anywhere after this first period. We'll wait until the second period is halfway over before the teams head to their respective locker rooms. Face off to the right of Ivy. in the Anaheim zone, just 7.4 seconds to go. Face off, still battled over. It's loose in the slot, picked up, cleared to the line, but not out. Sharkey is there, but he runs out of time as he blasts a shot on for good measure. We've reached the end of this first period of play, and after one, the difference is one. Lansing 1, Anaheim nothing, thanks to the goal by Adam Goodsir. That is your difference. We'll step away for just a moment and return with second period action live from the Schwann Super Rink in Blaine, Minnesota, and in a moment. Welcome back to Blaine, Minnesota, home of the Schwann Super Rink. This is rink number 5 we're broadcasting live from. Ryan Phelps with the play-by-play. Charlie Graves is our cameraman tonight. Well, all day, really. As we're set to start this second period, Lansing on top 1-0 over Anaheim. In this second period, Lansing will be traveling right to left wearing their home white with black trim. Anaheim, the visitors, going left to right on your screen. They're wearing their road black with orange trim. Grief, a headman pass looking for Long. Kaiser in offside, along with Duncan Long, so Lansing able to clear the zone. Kirch ahead. Goodsir across the line to the slot. Drops it back off for Kirch. He lost control as it was knocked away. This is Kaiser back the other way for the Ducks. Trailing by a goal. Kaiser drives to the net, gets through one man. Skates all the way around, feeds the point. Wrist shot right on. Pad save. Quertermus is down, but the rebound is cleared aside. Goodsir, headman pass. This will be Durgan across the line. Durgan almost gets around the defenseman, but Budman slowed him down just enough. Osterman is there. Big hit on the play by Stutzman. Trucksaw picks up the loose change. Tries to skate around the defenseman. That's Rounds. Rounds tracks him down in the corner to slow up his rush. Carpenter wants to step in from the point to hold the zone. Doesn't need to. Counselor, a short pass for Rounds. Michael Rounds down the near wall. Puts it off the end. Boards to Ivy's stick as he's out of his net. Trucks is there. Budman right on him. There to lend a helping hand. A helping hand, if you'll excuse me, is Stutzman. He's checked along the end wall. Now it's picked up and skated ahead by Anaheim and Budman. Trucksaw has it bounce over his stick. Turnaround shot goes wide. Might have caught just a piece of the glove of Quertermus. And now a penalty coming up. And it looks like we're going to have a head contact penalty. That's a major, as the penalties, the coincidental minors have expired to Rewerts and Fleming. It will be Rounds heading to the penalty box. And what is that, about the 7th or 8th major penalty we've had on this rink today? Yeah, this one will be against Rounds. So Lansing, unless they're just going to call a minor, no, they'll call a major. Lansing will have somebody come out and serve this 2-minute minor. This will be Noah Pipper. Time of the penalty, 1:55. It's Rounds of Lansing for head contact at 1:55, a 2-minute minor, and a 10-minute misconduct. So we've seen the last of Rounds for the next 10 minutes of game time. Anaheim on the power play. This is their first of the night. They trail 1-0, Lansing on top. Walking right in off the crossbar. A great opportunity by Tanner Osterkamp. And Lansing will take advantage by clearing it down the length of the ice. Ivy leaves it for his defenseman, Budman. Long pass ahead. Bouncing off the stick of Eric Wright. Wright checked along the boards in the corner. Swept in behind by Osterkamp. Wright to the left point for Olnick. His shot hit traffic and just missed the net. Douglas in the corner. He's checked hard on the play. Now they won't call that a checking from behind because he spun his back to the player. Douglas gets it to the corner, now to the point for Durgan. Durgan skates right around Goodsir to the slot, harassed the entire way. Now Goodsir will casually wrist it down the ice on the turnaround shot. Ivy out, leaves it for Olnick. Long pass ahead, right, makes contact with the puck, so icing is waved off. Counselor sends it around to the far side as a Capital Stutzman was upended on the play. Richards retreats behind his own net. Harassed along the way. Tied up in the corner by Grief. Now it's stolen. Anaheim not able to set up their power play too well as of yet. And there are just 10 seconds remaining in the minor penalty, which is served by Pipper. There's a shot right on Grief. The deflection in front. A nice save made by Quertermus. Clearing attempt failed. Kept in at the point. Plonsky a wrister. Diving out to make a blocker save was Quertermus as penalty time expires. 4 minutes gone in this second period. 1-0 is our score. Lansing on top of Anaheim. Face-off will be to the right of Quertermus, the Lansing goaltender. (15-5) shots on goal in favor of Anaheim, as Quertermus is earning his money tonight. There's another backhanded opportunity right on. This time it's by Bradley Estrada, and Quertermus throws the glove out to make a catch. Weir will take the draw for Anaheim against Ryan Hine for Lansing. Shot from close range, diving out to sweep it aside was Quertermus. They'll play it back to the point, splits the D, and rolls back in on the Anaheim net. Ivy leaves it for his defenseman, a gutsy play as Polonsky just avoids trouble. Driven back ahead, now out at center ice, headman pass for Hine. Hine makes a move at the line, delivers a pass down the right wing side. Reworked is there, feathers it back for Hine. Hine loses the battle to Coleman. They keep it in though. Wartz is there. Trucks fights him off. That was Coleman. Rewerts tries for a centering pass. It goes right to Coleman. Rewerts. Another centering pass that hit off the skate of goaltender Ivy. Coleman and Rewerts lock up behind. And now we've got a stoppage. The chippiness continues between Coleman and Rewerts. And I'm not sure if we're getting a penalty or a man in the crease. I am unsure. They're going to face it off outside the zone. I'm going to call that a man in the crease. 12:08 remaining, second period. Lansing in white, Anaheim in black, as they'll face it off outside the Anaheim blue line. Lansing leading 1-0. Johnson on the intercept. Circles back in his own end. Karam pass. That's cut off by the Capitals, but stolen right back by Douglas. Trucks off, falls down on the play. That gives the Lansing defense a little more time and some breathing room. This is Nicholas Richards. Headman pass for Kirsch. Richards off the loose puck in the turnover. Battling through traffic out at neutral was Durgan. He lost control of the puck. It's flipped into the Capital zone. Olstrom retreats. Sent around the kick plate to the far side. 11 and a half to go. That means 3 minutes remaining until our mid-period break here in the second, at which point we'll resurface and the players will retreat to their respective locker rooms. Olstrom on the near side. Misses on the pass. Things a little bit more sloppy here in the second period. Richards behind his own net. We are even strength, but Michael Rounds sits in the penalty box serving out the remainder of his 10-minute misconduct. Good sir, the game's lone goal scorer, puts it in behind the net for Kirsch. Kirsch ties up with Carpenter. There to lend a hand offensively is Durgan, but it's stolen away by Anaheim. Here comes a rush, 3-on-2, maybe a 4-on-2 for Anaheim. Put right in from neutral ice, maybe an ill-advised shot by Duncan Long. He had teammates with him, elected to float it on net instead, and, well, a good goaltender will cover that one every time, and Quertermus did just that. Face off to the right of Quertermus in the Lansing zone. 10:38 to go second period. Lansing leading Anaheim 1-0. Coleman chips at it from the point, knocks it to the corner. Pulled out, walking right in front is Long. The save made by Quertermus, might have been going wide anyways. Osterkamp tries to tie his man up. Coleman retreats, makes contact with the puck. Icing waved off as the puck had slowed down enough. Here's Polanski. Stolen by Pipper to the corner. Picked up by Stutzman. He'll try to center. A bouncing puck shot through the blue paint. To the near side, it's Wirtz pinching in from the point. He's going to switch spots with Pipper. Tipped in front. Goaltender Ivy down. He throws the waffle pad on top and makes the cover. 9:58 remaining, second period. Shots on goal, Anaheim 17, Lansing just 6. But where it counts, the Capitals have the lead 1-0. As we're approaching the midway point of this hockey game. The face-off will be to the right of Rob Ivy. Face-off win by right to the corner for Anaheim. Johnson wraps it around to the far side. The zone kept behind from the slot. He walks in, looks for a wrist shot that was blocked by the defense. Wright kicks it to the far side. Chipped at by Estrada, out to center, kicked right back in offside. Johnson and Trucks tie up behind the play. Now it's knocked down to the Lansing zone. Rewirtz is there, ahead to Sharkey. A bouncing puck, tough to control. 1 minute to go before our halftime intermission. Centering pass, right walking in. Quertermus down, he makes the save with that big paddle. Played ahead for Rewirtz. He has to wait for the slow rolling puck. Retreating back in his own end is Wirtz. Rather Smith, pestered the whole way. Gets it in behind, this time it was Sharkey. Played back to the high slot, a wrister. Hit traffic, that was off the stick of Budman. Hine has it, leaves it in behind for Trucks. To the far side wall, Rewirtz ahead, looking for Kirsch. Big check thrown on the near side. Carpenter tied up with Hine. Off the glass, Durgas has Pillay with him. Takes a hit from Smith. Trucks off, centering pass. It comes to the high slot. Gets through Long, just 5 seconds remaining until the buzzer. And it looks like Anaheim has too many men on the ice with just 2 seconds remaining before the buzzer sounds. I believe that's what they're calling anyways. There was 6 skaters out there, no doubt. Referees for this game, Sam Warzeka, David Sell, and Austin Navin, the 2 linesmen. And indeed, an Anaheim penalty coming up. Pillay will serve the bench minor for too many men on the ice. That penalty coming at 8:28. Just 2 seconds shy of the midway point. So Lansing will go back on the power play for the second time tonight. As the puck hits, the buzzer sounds, and we've reached the midway point of this hockey game. We'll step away as the 2 teams retreat to the locker room, and we'll come back with the remainder of this contest live from the Schwann Super Rink number 5. It's Lansing with a 1-0 lead thanks to Adam Goodsir's first period goal. 1-0 over Anaheim. Back with more in a few minutes from Blaine, Minnesota. Welcome back to Blaine, Minnesota, rink number 5 at the Schwann Super Rink Complex. 5 of 8, that is. A huge complex here on the north side of the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul. Ryan Phelps here with the play-by-play. Charlie Graves, your photographer this afternoon. As we enter the second half of this hockey game, midway through the second period, the ice has been resurfaced, and we're back to live action with Lansing and Anaheim. 16U Prospect League hockey. Lansing leading 1-0, and now on the power play, thanks to a 2-minute bench minor for too many men on the ice against Anaheim, coming late before our break. The official time of the penalty, 8:28. So still a minute and a half to go as Kirsch crosses the line for Lansing. This is Lansing's first power play opportunity of the night. Here's Goodsir backing up, trying to knock down a Douglas clearing attempt. Could not do so. Goodsir, by the way, the difference maker in this game thus far. Headman pass Kirsch to Durgan, tries to drag move through the defenseman, knocks him down, but unable to complete the play. Quertermus, who's been outstanding in this hockey game, has successfully turned away all 21 Anaheim shots. Anaheim outshooting Lansing 21-6. Sharkey behind his own net. Headman pass finds its way to Mullane down the far wall. Mullane trying to dance around the defense. Polonsky watching him closely. Mullane to the corner, passes off to Hine. Hine up top, Richards has it, holds the zone. Puts it right between the legs of Wirtz. Rewertz tries to pick it up, but Long is there first for Anaheim. All the way around to the near wall. Richards pinches in, Hine makes a move, flipped ahead by Kaiser. Long could have a breakaway if he hurries. Puts a forehand shot on, Quertermus the save, and Kaiser tied up, could not get a rebound. Just 10 seconds to go on the Lansing power play. Mullane to the line, spins around Coleman, drives to the net, lost control, rolling puck in the slot. Kaiser dives out to clear the zone, and Anaheim has killed off the penalty. We're back to 5-on-5. One man remaining in the penalty box, that is Rounds, who's serving the remainder of his 10-minute misconduct for a head contact penalty in the second period. Coleman and Rewertz continue to lock up behind the play, and now they skate their separate ways. 6 minutes to go, second period. Puck loose in the slot, driven down the ice. As Rewertz had seen enough, he needed a breather, and he'll do so on the icing. So after this 6 minutes of game time, a brief 1-minute intermission. Teams will switch ends and begin third period action. 17 minutes per period in this league. Off the draw, cleared out on an errant pass, and the defenseman Johnson had already leaked out of the zone. In behind his own net, this is Counselor. He assisted along with Kirch on the Goodsir goal in the first period as Lansing leads 1-0. Pipper throws a check on the play. There to pick up the loose change on the back check was Justin Smith. Lansing clears to the point, but not out. A soft shot goes wide of the net by Olnick. Played along the near wall. Lansing having trouble getting out of their own zone now. Counselor hit hard behind the net by Fleming. A wind-up and a drive blocked in front. Rebound on a second attempt, cleared out by Pipper. Pipper sends it along the end wall. Following the curvature of the arena, Stutzman now tries to drive to the net, knocked off his stick by Weir. Nice job defensively of shutting the door by Weir. Big check in the corner, thrown by the defenseman Olnick. Fleming has it on the left wing side as he'll attempt the breakout pass, gets it to Fonseca, who throws it into his own player bench. And we'll get a stoppage with 4:47 remaining in period number 2. Shots on goal now read 23-6 in favor of Anaheim, but they trail where it counts. Lansing on top 1-0. They win the draw. Down the near side at center ice, it's Olstrom. He'll flip it off the end wall. Budman is there first. Goodsir hot on his tail. Kaiser tries to jump on a loose puck. Carpenter there to help out defensively as Kaiser clears to the line and out to center ice. Sharkey, a sharp turn on the puck, knocked down by Long. Long floats it to an open spot of real estate, but able to hold the zone was Olstrom. Feathered down low by Goodsir. Kirsch is there on the cycle. Defensively, it's Carpenter. Long helping out as well. Bouncing puck, finds its way to Budman. He stabs at it, gets it ahead to Long. Now Carpenter, as Olstrom knocked it back down low. Carpenter will ring it around to the far side for Grief. A foot race, icing waved off as the defenseman touched it. Goaltender Quertermus upended on the play. Lost his stick, there's a high wrister. Grief has it in behind the net. Kaiser battling, a penalty coming up against Lansing, and I believe it will be for a tripping call. roughing, rather, the call, as Kaiser was upended. That's the reason he ran into Quertermus, the goaltender. A lot of times you'll get that call if you're the goalie, but when it's an obvious takedown, often not the case. Olstrom roughing at 13-19. So Anaheim back on the power play. Olstrom for roughing at 13-19. Lansing shorthanded once again. Face-off will be to the left of Quertermus as the head coach of Lansing, Michigan native Brian Sherry, chats things out with head referee Sam Warzeka. I don't know how satisfied he is with that conversation, but it is now over with. Face-off will be to the left of Quertermus in the Lansing zone. Pushed ahead off the draw by Hine as the puck escapes out to neutral. They miss pass by Wright to Budman. Now Hine will jump on the puck in behind the Anaheim net. Pulls it free, feeds the point. Wrist shot, bouncing wide. Stutzman on the forecheck. Picked up, however, defensively by Budman. Olnick has it, takes a look, sends it rink wide. It's cut off by the Lansing Capitals defenseman Richards. This is Budman. Budman leads the charge down the near wall. Budman, the defenseman, skates it all the way into the net. Puts it in the slot. Olnick winds up a drive. That one's covered, and now some big pushing and shoving after the whistle. Quertermus gives a bit of a shove to Douglas, who came crashing in on the net. No penalties assessed on that skirmish after the whistle. 1:13 to go in the penalty to Olstrom. A 2-minute minor for roughing. Anaheim on the power play. This is Carpenter. Fans on a dump-in attempt. Gets it on the second try. Grief now behind the Lansing net. Tries to fight off a check from the defenseman Counselor. This is Coleman to the half wall. Winding up a blast was Kaiser. He missed it about 5 feet high of the net. Long has it. He takes a look from the top of the slot. Feeds it down low. Kaiser lost control. Picked up there and sent down the ice by Max Trucks. Carpenter behind his own net takes a look. Feeds it near side. The forechecker got a piece of it. That was Kirsch. Now sent ahead by Coleman to Kaiser. Kaiser crosses the Lansing blue line. 2:08 to go, second period. 1-0 Lansing on top. Walking in, Grief to Kaiser. Puts it off the crossbar. And now driven down the ice by Lansing. A beautiful give and go. Led by Kaiser, but he couldn't quite finish. Grief and Kaiser. And Grief was the one that set it up, I should say. Goodsir now flips it ahead. Durgan gives chase. Osterman will get there first. The penalty has expired, as has the 10-minute major misconduct. And now Osterkamp in on net, diving out to make the save was Quertermus as he flies into the net. Osterkamp did. And the helmet of Quertermus comes off. Looks like he is down. I'm not sure if he's injured or if his helmet just popped off. He's definitely slow to get up. 90 seconds remaining. Second period action. And now Olstrom back up on his feet. Long getting in front of him. Long and Olstrom have words. Osterkamp lost a glove. Tempers flaring here late in this second period. Wright was in the middle of that as well. Now, I don't know if we'll have any penalties. I've not seen any indication from referee Sam Warzeka. But we may get out of this scot-free. They're going to confer in front of the penalty box. Shots on goal in favor of Anaheim, 25-6. On the scoreboard, however, it's Lansing 1 and Anaheim nothing. game number 5 of 6 for us here today on rink number 5 at the Schwann Super Rink, Blaine, Minnesota. 16U Prospect League contest between the Lansing Capitals and the Anaheim Ducks. Well, Quertermus is back up and skating around. He seems to be no worse for the wear. Now Warzeka chatting with the scorekeeper, so perhaps we'll have some coincidental penalties would be my guess. Osterkamp will be one. He's heading to the penalty box. 2 minutes up on the board for him. 15:30, time of his minor penalty, whatever it may be. Fans getting restless. Charging perhaps, goaltender interference, I'm not sure. We'll have to wait to see if we can decipher the cryptic tone of the PA announcer. A long pause here. Brian Sherry once again chatting with Sam Warzeka, the referee. Brian Sherry, oh, here we go. Roughing the call. And that's it. Just the one minor penalty, so Lansing will go back on the power play. And if I were a betting man, which I'm not, I would venture to guess that that will be, well, not the last time we see these tempers flare in this hockey game. Minute 30 to go, second period. Still 17 minutes of third period action, and it's a close game. Anaheim getting a little bit impatient, I think, as they are heavily outshooting Lansing, but still find themselves down 1-0. I mentioned Lansing head coach Brian Sherry is a hometown son, Lansing, Michigan native. Well, his counterpart, Joe Burkar, behind the Anaheim bench, also a Michigan native. From Houghton, the Upper Peninsula, home of the Michigan Tech Huskies of the WCHA. Charlie Graves, also a Michigan native from Detroit, with us here today in the booth, running the camera, engineering as well here for FastHockey.com, and enjoying his time in the Twin Cities. Joe Burkar getting the explanation. He looks none too pleased either. But the decision has been made. One penalty assessed. That is a roughing minor on Osterkamp of Anaheim. Tanner Osterkamp, 5'10", 165, as we are finally back to live action with under a minute and a half to go here in the second period. Wartz sends a pass to Kirsch. He's checked on the play by Fonseca. Goodser throws a bit of a cross-check, driving toward the net, a bouncing puck. Goaltender is down, and finally we get a whistle. And plenty of screaming and shouting coming from both benches. Seems that both sides are unhappy. But that's oftentimes what you'll get in a game like this that is hotly contested. Oh, by the way, Ivy made the save and covered the puck, despite all the extracurriculars going on, and that will likely continue into the third period. Douglas squares off against Goodser. Goodser, by the way, the game's lone goal scorer. That came in the first period as Lansing leads 1-0. Wartz's shot sails wide. Rounds pinching in from the point, fights off a check from Fonseca. Johnson in the corner, under a minute to go now here in the second period. Lansing on the power play for another minute 26. Rounds into the corner he goes. Kirsch is there now. Goodser calling for it at the point, he gets it. Switches places with Rounds. Rounds winds up a drive from the top of the circle. Oh, he had that top corner picked out, but he put it just an inch too high as he drilled the crossbar. Goaltender Ivy completely screened on the play, but he's able to rely on his best friend, the Iron. 43.4 to go, second period. Lansing on the power play and leading 1-0. Face-off win for the Capitals. Rounds has it. Sends it back to Wartz. Wartz gains the line. Knocks Grief down with his attempt, and Anaheim, after a coughed-up puck by Lansing, will send it down the length of the ice. Under 30 seconds remaining, second period. Rounds has it. He'll set up shot behind his own net. Pass ahead on the far wall, long. Looked like he wanted to come in and throw a big hit on the play. This time he does on Kirsch, however, after he stole the puck away from a streaking Capital. Kirsch has it, tips it loose right on net, and Ivy comes out to cover. 2.8 seconds remaining as tempers continue to heat up just a little bit. Goodsir had his stick knocked out of his hand after that whistle. Neither team will back down in this one. Just a couple of ticks before the end of the second period, but don't go anywhere. Just a 1-minute intermission as the teams will meet at their own player benches and then switch ends. A tie-up picked up by Grief. He'll skate it out of the zone as we run out of time here in period number 2. And after 34 minutes of play, Lansing holds on to that 1-goal lead. We'll head into the third period in just a moment with Lansing on top of Anaheim, 1-0. Welcome back to Blaine, Minnesota. Rink number 5 at the Schwann Super Rink Complex. Heading into period number 3 in the 16U contest between Lansing, Michigan and Anaheim, California. Lansing on top 1-0 thanks to a first period goal by Adam Goodsir. Anaheim finding themselves, well, heavily outshooting Lansing, but they're down by a goal and also shorthanded at the moment. A clearing attempt picked up, a 2-on-1 shorthanded. Here comes Wright. Wright walking in, makes a move onto his backhand. Rebound! Goaltender Quertermus was down. A pass was never made, despite the 2-on-0 that turned into with Trucksaw. And Wright, penalty has expired. Looks like we're going to get Wright behind the play, roughing the call. As Anaheim touches up, Osterkamp just came out of the penalty box. Now Wright heading right back in. 40 seconds of the third period, time of the penalty. Looks like the referees are going to clamp down on things. And that's one of those things that, well, that's just fine. As long as it goes both ways, you can shut things down if you'd like. Of course, it is up to Sam Warzeka, the head referee tonight, and his two line mates, David Sell and Austin Navin. So it's Wright for roughing at 40 seconds. Here comes a rush for Lansing, a shot and a save as Rob Ivy gets in front of it. High slot, Kirsch walks in, his wrister right on, and Ivy drops down to close the door. Face-off will remain in the Anaheim zone. To Ivy's right, 1:36 remaining in the Lansing man advantage. 15:55 to go as we're still early on in this third period. Kaiser banks one off the glass. Glove down by Rounds. He winds up, does not fire. One-timer coming. Wartz didn't get much on that. 2-on-2 back the other way. One defenseman fell down, that was Rounds. Long lost control of the puck, however, and now here comes Kirsch. Kirsch with speed, some fancy stick work through neutral. Gains the line of Anaheim. Feeds it back to the point for Wartz. He winds up, cocks, but does not fire. This time he releases a wrist shot that hit traffic in front. Long picks up the loose change and clears it out to center ice. Wartz has it, gets it ahead to Durgan. Played with a glove, they'll wave it off as Anaheim touches up. Olnick across the line, offside. Kaiser was ahead of the play. Or rather, Olnick was ahead of the play. Kaiser had the puck. Offside the call regardless. 50 seconds, 5-0 remaining in the Anaheim roughing penalty to right. Just over 15 minutes to go here in this third period. Face-off win for Heim. Richards has it, takes a look ahead. Tape to tape, can't get around Carpenter, the last man standing for Anaheim. Quertermus, the goaltender, leaves it in behind the net for Sharkey. Sharkey takes a look, sharp pass, missed. Budman on the retreat. Karam pass off the end wall, nice catch on the play by Carpenter. Wrists it down the ice, Sharkey has to hustle as Douglas is on him. Douglas takes him down on the play. Fights off a check in the corner. Nice shoulder thrown by the forechecker. That was Fonseca. Now Richards down the near side wall, hits the line, then slows things up. Stolen away. Douglas could have a break if he hurries. Sharkey, the last man back, puts a shot right on, and the save is made by Quertermus. Another shorthanded scoring opportunity for Anaheim as time expires on the right roughing call. And 2-minute minor. So we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. The penalty boxes are empty for the first time in a long time. 14:19 to go, third period. Ryan Phelps here with the play-by-play. Thanks for joining us this evening on FastHockey.com. Face off to the left of Quertermus in the Lansing zone. The Lansing Capitals, the home team, as Estrada comes in to try to disrupt Quertermus a little bit. 3 defensemen and back checkers quickly jumping on top of him. Lansing, the home team, wearing their home white sweaters with black and red trim, traveling left to right on your screen in this third period. Anaheim, the visitors, wearing their road black with orange and gold. Anaheim, the Ducks, traveling right to left. Rounds was tripped up on the play a little bit. Referee decides not to blow the whistle. In behind the net, picked up and skated ahead by Counselor. Counselor's pass too strong for Trucks. Icing will be the call. Lansing fans to our right certainly wanted a call on Weir. Sell will face it off, the linesman to the left of Quertermus. 13:52 remaining. Shots on goal in favor of Anaheim, 29-9. But Lansing with the lead, 1-0. Richards has it in his near corner. Tries to get through Grief and finally does. Carried ahead by Durgan. Durgan makes a head fake, crosses the line, goes for a wrist shot. Oh, he just missed the net. Rebound sails to the point for Warts. He puts one wide. Might have been looking for a deflection. Grief on the steal. Here comes Anaheim. Tape-to-tape pass with Kaiser. Kaiser works on the last man back. That was Warts. And now a turnover and a penalty coming up. This one might be against Lansing as it's touched up by Richards. It will be against Lansing, and it's going to be against Caleb Warts. Let's see what the call is. Roughing is the call. 3:48 time of the penalty. It's Warts of Lansing roughing at 3:48. So now Anaheim will go back on the power play. They've controlled much of the play in this contest, but have not been able to crack the code of goaltender Max Quertermus. The Ducks off the draw. Take a look. Olnick plays it ahead. The pass too strong. He gloves it out of midair. Quickly sweeps it back into his own end for Budman, his defensive partner. Olnick gets it back. Takes a look. Long outlet is cut off immediately by Mullane. Tries to dump it in. It ends up on Hines' stick. Hine crosses the line one-on-one. Toe drag onto his backhand, onto the forehand. Goaltender down. Oh, what a save by Ivy. These teams have had better chances shorthanded tonight than they have on the power play. A great save by Ivy on a brilliant move by Hine. Face-off remains in the Anaheim zone. 1:32 to go on the Ducks power play. 12:40 remaining, third period, 1-0, Lansing on top. Osterkamp plays it ahead off the stick of Douglas. Swept aside by Counselor back into his own end as Rounds is ridden into the wall. Wright is there as well. Wright able to steal as they work their way along the end wall. Kirsch knocks it away just enough for it to land on the stick of Stutzman, who drives it down the ice. 1 minute now to go in the Anaheim power play. 12:10 remaining, third period. Osterkamp with speed, gets around Kirsch. Tries to do the same thing around the back checker, Goodsir, does so. Plays it to the line for Carpenter. A very aggressive penalty kill, as swiping at it was Kirsch. Anaheim's got to clear this zone and hurry. 35 seconds remaining on the power play. Across the line, Carpenter hits the brakes. Rink wide he goes. Coleman winds up a shot that's wide. Grief off the end wall, kicks it toward the net. Now Counselor zings it around to the far side. It gets past Coleman and leaks down the ice. Coleman gets the feed from Ivy, who returns to his cage. Long outlet, that was an errant pass, went right to Olstrom, and Kaiser runs into him. Here's Grief on the near wall. Gains the line, gets around Sharkey, lost control of the puck. The penalty has expired. We are back to 5-on-5 hockey. Nice move at the point by Budman, then he's run into by Olstrom. Centering pass, Long couldn't get a stick on it. Turnaround shot right on. That one's saved in front by the defenseman, Sharkey. And now a shot right on is gobbled up by Quertermus. Tensions continue to simmer just below that boiling point. Things look like they could get out of hand, and then we see some good hockey for a while, and then a whistle and a little pushing and shoving. Seems to be the case. Well, I guess that's hockey. Quertermus in his own net, face off to his right. Fleming now chasing down to the corner. Avoids a hit from Hine. As Plonsky retreated, unable to hold the zone. Stolen right back, however, by Weir. Makes Rewerts fall down on the play. Plonsky delivers a pass to Coleman. Karam off the wall for Fleming. Fleming with Fonseca. Tries to drive it in the zone. Fonseca lets it bounce on the blue line, but Weir jumps on it. Rounds plays it ahead. Rather, Richards plays it ahead. Sent right back into his tape. Richards has it. Weir on him. Head man pass tipped ahead by Hine. Knocked down at neutral. Off the stick of Richards as Lansing is having a tough time getting things going. Estrada on the forecheck. Rewerts has it. Leaves it for Richards. Runs out of room. Whacks it out of the zone. Driven right back in by Olnick. But picked up by Richards. This time he'll skate it ahead. Rewerts is there. Now a breakaway opportunity. But Estrada can't get things turned around in time. And Smith on the back check is able to steal. Rounds retreats behind his own net. Poulet eyeing him up. Cleared to the line and out to center ice. 9:40 remaining, third period. Anaheim feeling the pressure of the time as it drips off the clock here in this third period. Lansing up 1-0. Skating end to end is Rounds. Drives right through Johnson, knocks him down onto his backside. Puck is loose behind the net. Centering pass, Rounds is there, wrist shot, scores! Finds the upper corner, and he beats Rob Ivy high into the glove side, and Lansing leads 2-0. It's Rounds at 7:43 of the third period, and Lansing is on top. That's just their 11th shot on goal in this contest. Meanwhile, Max Quertermus in net for Lansing has successfully turned away 30 Anaheim shots. Long and Goodsir square off. Carpenter off the face-off, controls for Anaheim, ahead to Long. Long heads north across the blue line. A low wrister sticked aside by Quertermus. Puck is battled for on the near half wall. Grief has it. Bank pass gets past Kaiser. Sharkey has it behind his own net. Karam pass off the wall, fielded, and the favor returned by Olstrom as they play pitch and catch behind the Lansing net. Kirsch is there, back to Olstrom. Helping it along is Sharkey. Out to center ice for Goodsir. Touched by Kirsch, all the way down the ice. Budman throws a hit. Sharkey at the point. He'll feed it to the corner. A wind up in a drive by Olstrom. Hit traffic in front. That was Goodsir knocked down on the play. Olstrom tries to feed it down low. It's cut off by Carpenter. Played back to the line. Olstrom able to hold the zone. Shot from the high circle. And that's gloved down by Rob Ivy. Past the midway point of this third period. 2-0. Lansing on top of Anaheim. Your cameraman and engineer is Charlie Graves. My name is Ryan Phelps. Thank you for joining us here this evening, live from Blaine, Minnesota. Richards plays it down to the corner. Checked off the puck was Sean Plonsky. Plonsky clears to the line, now glove down. Plonsky a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Plonsky with Trucksaw streaking toward the net. That pass deflected high into the air and fell harmlessly on the far side of the ice. Wirtz has it. Drops it off for Hine. Kind of a dangerous pass, but effective nevertheless. Clearing attempt hit the referee. Hine now over skates. Trucksaw battling on the near side. They're able to get it through. Now Truck's giving chase. Coleman there first for Anaheim. He'll hit the brakes and bank a pass off the near wall. Wirtz is there. Sidesteps a hit. Now gives to Hine. Hine a wrist shot that was going wide, but the save made regardless. And now Coleman hog ties his man, who had a little bit of a shove for Ivy, and I'm trying to tell who that is down on the ice. Looks like number 15, Noah Pipper, but we'll see. Yes, it was indeed Pipper, and it looks like Coleman is being escorted to the penalty box. .9:33, time of the penalty. Pipper going as well. So Coleman in black, Pipper in white. Coincidental minors for roughing. Not the first set of coincidentals we've had tonight. In fact, it's the third. Now the linesman changing up lines for Anaheim as he tosses the center man out of the face-off circle. They battle for it. A big tie-up on the face-off dot. Now it's pulled free by Mullane. Mullane checked along the end wall. Scooped up by Rewerts as he's watched closely by Olnick. 5-on-5 hockey here on rink 5. 7 minutes remaining in period number 3. Lansing leading Anaheim 2-0. They tie up in the Anaheim zone as it's pulled free and now played in behind the net. This is Johnson. Karam pass off the wall. The puck escapes to center, driven back in by Mullane, and icing will be the call with 6:40 remaining here in the third. Well, things haven't quite boiled over as we thought they may, although still over 6.5 to go here in the third. Douglas on the face-off, pushes it toward the Lansing net, gets a wrist shot from his knees, and now Quertermus trying to tackle his man, although it was not his fault. There's a punch thrown by Olstrom right in front of the Lansing net. He delivered a shot right to the chops of Pillay. And now Douglas being escorted by the linesman. And although Douglas did end up on top of Quertermus, in his defense, he was shoved into the goaltender. So we shall see. 6:36 to go, third period, Lansing up 2-0. And once again, we'll see what the referee, Sam Warzeka, decides to do as we sort things out. I'm going to grab a chair and warm up my pen, dip my feather in the ink here, and get ready to write. Time of these penalties will be at 10:24. We'll have at least one for Anaheim and two for Lansing. We see that already by who's been escorted into the penalty boxes. Douglas in the box for Anaheim. It'll certainly be Ulstrom for Lansing, and I'm not sure who else. He was the one who threw the punch. Although that certainly could have been provoked, as he was not wearing his helmet at the time. So what led up to the loss of his helmet, we will not know. But he still remains in the penalty box, sans helmet. Five Lansing players confer out at center ice. Now they're going to come over and chat with goaltender Quertermus. The referees chatting as well. Sam Warzeka, David Sell, and Austin Navin. Broadcasting live from Blaine, Minnesota, the Schwann Super Rink. This is rink number 5, home of the Bethel Royals of the MIAC. The Minnesota Interscholastic Athletic Conference, a great hockey conference, which many of these players would be happy to play in at some point in their careers. So Ulstrom and one other Lansing player in the penalty box. I cannot tell who, but whoever it is will get the extra penalty, and Anaheim will have the power play. They're currently 5-on-5, but I believe that Anaheim is going to get the power play. Both coaches right now standing with their hands in the air wondering what's going on. But I think the referees have done all the explaining they're going to do, and we're ready to drop the puck. 6:36 to go, a 5-on-4 man advantage for Anaheim, and they need it at this point. They trail 2-0 to the Lansing Capitals. Coming across the line is Carpenter. He'll set up top. One-timer, shot blocked by Durgan. Here comes Durgan. Makes a move at the line, has Goodsir with him. Poke checked off his stick. Richards will drive it deep. Ivy slows things down for Budman. And I believe it's Sharkey. It is Sharkey. Sharkey is the other player in the penalty box for Lansing. Kaiser across the line. He's tripped up on the play. Richards picks up the loose puck, takes a look, and he'll wrist it down the ice. Olnick takes a look. That pass cut off by Counselor. Driven back into the Anaheim end. Budman. They leave it near side. Across the line comes Long. Long tries to center. Kirsch gets in front of that as he's ridden into the wall. A penalty coming up. Let's see who that's against. It'll be against Anaheim. And what will the penalty be? Interference. Interference on Kaiser. That'll even things up. Just 39 seconds remaining in what was an Anaheim power play. That will negate the power play. We'll skate 4-on-4 for 39 seconds, at which point Lansing will get the power play. So this one on Kaiser for interference at 11:45. Four-on-4 hockey. Olnick has it behind his own net as Anaheim is running out of time. They trail by 2. They have dominated in shots on goal, and I wouldn't say dominated, but certainly have controlled much of the action here this evening. Here comes a nice move across the line by Olnick. Gets a wrist shot on, And it's gloved down by Quertermus. Olnick and Mullane having words. Mullane following Olnick all the way back to his bench. Kind words, perhaps. 4:43 remaining, third period. 7 seconds to go in the Lansing penalty. The extra penalty. Sharkey and Olstrom in the box versus Douglas for Anaheim. So those 3 penalties will expire in just a moment. At which point Lansing will have the power play with 4:35 remaining. 1:20 of power play time for Lansing. Rink wide for Kirsch. Kirsch across the line. Hits the brakes, top of the circle, right side. Pirouettes and drops it down low. They work it along the near side. Goodsir now spins. He'll hand it back off to Kirsch. Kirsch, top of the circle, walks in, then retreats. Gets it back down to Goodsir as those two cycle. Rounds at the point, fakes a shot. Goodsir walks in, fans on a wrister. Hits off a skate, floats to the corner. Kirsch is on it. Now it's back to the line for Rounds. He winds up a drive. That hit right off the shin pad of the back checker. And it looks like that smarted a little bit for Fonseca as he makes his way to the player bench. Wirtz has it now. Pressuring him is Estrada. Rounds back below the end line. Just 25 seconds remaining in the Lansing power play. 3:35 to go, third period. Lansing on top, 2-0. Wristed all the way down. Paddle save by Quertermus, who has no doubt been the difference in this hockey game. Penalty time winding down for Lansing on this power play. Weir cuts it off at the blue line. Chipped at a fluttering puck, finds its way to the wall. Rounds is there. Penalty time has expired. We're back to 5-on-5. Sent down the ice. Quertermus leaves it behind the net. Poulet is there. Gives a little shove to Rounds, who delivers a pass to the far side for Wirtz. Hine is there watching closely. Truck's also on the lookout. Budman flips it toward the net. It's loose in the high slot. Back off Budman's skate and out to neutral. Anaheim touches up, then they'll change up. 2:35 remaining, third period. Off the glass, down the ice. Rewert's got a piece of it. That'll wave off the icing. Olnick has it behind his own net. Floats it near side for Poulet. He'll wind it up and drive it down. Sharkey got just enough of it to slow it down. Now here comes Hine as he runs into Kaiser. Pushes it along the far wall. Olnick is there now. He takes a look. Feeds it near side. Grief awaits a pass. Tangles up with Richards. Now Rewert's upended as he smacked his helmet on the ice. Slow to get up as he wobbles his way over to the player bench. Just 2 minutes to go in this third period. Lansing up by 2. They have a puck on the doorstep. Turnaround shot. Pipper scores! Pipper at 15:06 puts Lansing up comfortably, 3-0. And that might do it for Anaheim here in the third period, as head coach Brian Sherry chats with the troops, perhaps saying, okay boys, let's be smart out here. Let's not let our tempers get carried away, and let's nobody get hurt. Which is what I'd say, and I think would be wise counsel to Counselor and the rest of this Lansing crew. An unassisted goal by Pipper at 15:06. Smith behind his own net. Grief on the forecheck. 90 seconds remaining, third period. Goodsir flips it high into the air. It checks up off the end wall. As on the forecheck, Durgan wrestles his man down. The net has been dislodged as it was covered up. 1:21 remaining. Shots on goal now. Just over double for Anaheim. They lead 33-16. But on the scoreboard that counts, it's 3-0 in favor of Lansing. Hines set to square off with the Anaheim centerman, whose numbers I cannot see. Now I see it's Wright. Eric Wright wins the draw to the corner. Pipper, the most recent goal scorer, pins it along the end wall. He's harassed the entire way by Johnson. Picked up and sent ahead. This is Osterkamp through neutral. Lost control of the puck as he gained the Lansing line. Counselor has it now, under a minute to go in the third period. Trucksaw has it stripped off his stick. Counselor skates it through neutral. Gains the line all the way through the defense. Knocked down on the play. Coleman has it now, feeds it far side. Trucksaw, drop pass for Osterkamp. He'll send it down the length of the ice. Icing will be the call, and that'll stop the clock with 37.1 seconds remaining in the contest. Lansing up 3-0, thanks in large part to that man right there, goaltender Max Ostermus. He has played stellar, turning away all 33 Anaheim shots here today. He started out good early on in the game and has maintained that composure throughout the 51 minutes. The clock has not started yet. There, they finally started it. 30 seconds to go in the game. Retreating behind his own net defensively is Carpenter. He'll send it around to the far side. Big check thrown on the play. Now Carpenter has it once again. I think both coaches may have had words with their players saying, let's just keep things cool here in the last minute or so. Weir on the forecheck, because things really have not flared up as Fleming comes in. Rewards, banks it off the end wall, under 10 seconds remaining. Rink wide pass, tape to tape. Warts crosses the center ice stripe, and he banks it off the wall as time expires, and Lansing will come out of here with a 3-0 win on goals by Goodsir, Rounds, and Pipper. Shots on goal, 33-17 in favor of Anaheim, but they fall short by 3. We've got one more game coming to you live from Rink 5, so stick around, folks. Until then, for Charlie Graves, our cameraman and engineer, my name is Ryan Phelps saying thanks for joining us, and so long for now.